that was it. All right, okay, this is a really fun, I hated naming everyone. I hated it. The reason why you don't see Immy Bizou right now is because Immy Bizou was named correctly. Azura, you were a nightmare to name. Oh my god, I went through so many names. I literally came up with Stacy Milkerton. Azura, you were so hard to name for no reason. You can literally see how desperate I was getting through your name. I was like, Stacy Milkerton, Miss Milkerton, Milfu, Pillow, Show means darling in French. Right, she's a goat god. Faunus, Innes, Milfu, Innes, Milfshu, Milf as in Milf for you, Fondula bosom, Azura, Daily, which is the wrong spelling in French, and then finally we got to Azura Dooley. Oh my god. Do you see the tick next to Fondula bosom as well? That's because I approved that name for Azura as Fondula bosom! What was I thinking? Okay, now this is a real behind the scenes lore. Mercy was originally Stabatha. Brev. What was I thinking? And then, if she was Eastern European, we were gonna change it to Slavatha. What was I smoking? And then I approved the name Karambit. So instead of Karambit, as in sharp weapon, bit en français, le baguette of a male is the literal translation. So the fun fact is, that's not a fun fact because I'm such a dumbass. Karam's name got past development. So Mercy was called Karam until about a month ago. And it was awful. Absolutely awful. Don't let me cook ever again. I'm not naming anyone after this. Right, Icey. Icey's a lie. Do you want to know what Icey's real name was? Joystick with an I. Icey was not developed as a polar bear. I'm going to show you her developmental art very shortly. Her name was Joystick. Yes, that's true. Now, Icey Umka is Russian, unbelievably. What are the odds? Because Icey does speak Russian. But her concepted name was always Icey. We liked Icey from the start, okay? We liked Icey from the start. So it was Icey Umka, which I think means bear or paw in Russian. I can't remember. It's one or the other. Something like that. And then Icey Show for Icey Hot, as in opposites, but she was always gonna be a polar bear. And then we got Bander, like Bandersnatch, like a kind of mythological type angle. And then we got Icey Snowpaws, and I was like, that's absolutely adorable. I love it. It's easy to remember. Like, I know some people are dogging on the names, like, I'm sorry, but we're an English-speaking agency. I don't see the point of having like Yugoslavia and as a surname, like in Japanese. I'm not gonna remember it. Me, I was pretty quick. I knew I was gonna be Stronny off the bat. I knew I was gonna name myself after my dad's gamer tag, Stronnium. It's not his actual gamer tag, before anyone worries that like it's his literal thing. Don't worry. I was always gonna be Stronny, but I was like, I don't know where 365. I actually don't remember 365 at all. Don't remember. Spiral, Swirl. Notice a check mark against Swirl. That's because I approved it. And then, you know, I was a cuttlefish and I was like, you know what, Stronny Cuttles, lock it in, boys. And then Shibi, because of her Shibari rope, she was always going to be Shibi, like Shibi. And then we really liked Cotton, but obviously there's a, you know, Cotton Tail is a VA, so we didn't want to step on anyone's tail, you know what I'm saying? So we got Cotton Bud, and then we got Cotton Maw, but that didn't work. And then we got Cotton Bum. And then we're like, that makes perfect sense because she has a tail. If you didn't know, 3 members of VAllure have a tail. She's a distant relative. Yeah, honestly, it's fine. We were not wanting to step on anyone name-wise. But yeah, as I said, Immy is not here because Immy's name got nailed off the bat. I don't care what anyone says. I have never named someone more perfect than Immy, but I promise you I'm not naming anyone else after this. Fondle is crazy. Right, don't, right. I know it was a bad name, okay? Let me cook.